feels like I'm actually there, bro. I'm getting wet. Oh, no.
Well, that's definitely being kept in.
Okay.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Savor for the Pod, episode number 53, huh?
What it do? Long time no see.
Yeah, for real. It has been a long time. It's been, 3 weeks? Well, this would be the third week of us not recording, I guess. So it's been, 2-3 weeks of us off. Unfortunately, I had COVID. Then Luke got COVID. Luke was actually in town. And then AJ got COVID, and Tatiana had it as well.
Don't tell my business. That's HIPAA. Don't tell my business.
Phil's the only one that hasn't gotten it, and of course, Phil looking like a genius right now because he's been anti-vax, anti-booster this entire time.
It's not that I'm not anti-vax. It's just that I felt like I didn't need it.
And now you're the only one that has not gotten it this entire time.
I'm trying to make it to where my thing isn't in Phil's face.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Nah, yeah,
I also never gotten tested for it, though, either. So
Yeah, that's true.
But I haven't had any symptoms.
Yeah, because if Zach wouldn't have made me get tested, I would still be like, I've never got COVID.
Yeah.
But so I'm still gonna say that. Fuck it.
But when we got it, it was super light. Like we got our booster earlier that week. Then a couple of days, the next day we obviously had symptoms from the booster. A couple of days later, you had a little bit of sniffles. I had a little bit of cough.
But I think because there was a cold running around in our office.
Yeah.
So I thought that my sniffles were from that. And I still stand by that.
Yeah. So we both thought we had a sinus infection or like upper respiratory infection or something like that. And so I was like, let me just get tested to be safe. And then lo and behold, Christmas Day, get our positive test. New Year's Eve, get another positive test. And then now we're
Why
Gucci.
are you telling our business like that? HIPAA.
now we're Gucci.
Yeah, Danny's never got it. So
Yeah.
if she ever gets it, then I'll get tested. But other than that, I haven't had any symptoms. I haven't been sick in 2 years. So.
But either way, you Gucci because you work from home. Like you do everything from here, so you Gucci even if you get it. Whereas me, it was a whole thing with work, reffing, all that stuff. So, but glad we Gucci now. But yeah, New Year's, Christmas pass. How was your New Year's and Christmas, Phil?
Oh, wait. Happy New Year's to everybody out there.
No,
Yeah.
it's too late.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not too late.
it's too late to tell everybody. If you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, once it's past the 7th, you can't say it anymore.
But we get a belated New Year's, though, right? Because we didn't get to shoot.
Yeah, that's facts.
So we get one freebie. So happy late New Year's to all everybody out there. But my New Year's Christmas was good, man. This year I didn't ask for much for Christmas.
Oh, you gotta, because what I'm about to say happened prior to the last time we recorded here. Now you got to tell the people how you ruined a present. Was that a Christmas present or was that a birthday present?
Which gift?
That gift that you ruined, the Hertz or the McNabb jersey.
That was a birthday present.
Oh, okay. So you can go ahead and tell that on the pod now.
Oh, yeah.
What happened that day?
Oh, so Danny, I'm a huge Eagles fan, if you guys don't know that by now. But so Danny, at our gym, they auction off a lot of sports jerseys. My favorite player of all time is Brian Dawkins. So they had an autographed Brian Dawkins
That's
jersey
what it was,
there.
yeah.
And Danny secretly did a silent bid for it, and she won the auction. And so when she won the auction, the jersey got delivered here. And so I ordered Danny a picture book for Christmas, and the picture book's right there, actually. So I ordered her a picture book for Christmas, and I didn't want her to see it. So when the box came, it was like, oh, your gift for Danny is supposed to be delivered today or tomorrow. So when it came, I was like, oh, shit, this is it. We were shooting a pot. So I took the box and I hid it. And I'm like, all right, let me just check and put it up. And so I opened it, and it was the Eagles jersey. And I was like, whoa.
And when I seen Phil's reaction, because he opened it, and this nigga just looking at it, and I see it's the Eagles jersey that's signed, and Phil just like, oh shit, thinking that it's Danny's gift that he about to give her, but no, this nigga ruined his own surprise.
Yeah. I was like, damn, this is not Danny's gift.
Didn't it say her name on the box?
I didn't look at the box. I was like so thirsty to hide the gift so that Danny don't see it.
Yeah.
Because it was like we were shooting a pod. I think she was on her way home, and I didn't want to put the box anywhere where she can be like, "Oh, what you get shipped?"
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, what you got?" So I'm like, all right, let me just open it real quick, check, make sure it's in. I'm going to just hide it. So I open the box. I'm like, oh, shit, this ain't it. So I put the box behind the TV. And then I tried to retape the box, but I didn't have packaging tape. And it just looked bad. So I had to tell her I ruined it.
Aww.
Hey, but shout out Danny for getting you that gift.
Yeah, that's such a good gift.
I'm waiting for Tatiana to get me a Sean Taylor signed jersey. Wink, 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 wink.
I've given you so many jerseys.
It's the best gift it's the most thoughtful gift I've probably ever got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, I mean,
heart happy.
Yeah, that's a very, like, all right, you know me, you know what I like, you know. Like, that's a very specific gift.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not something that you would bid on yourself, but something that you would really want still.
I wasn't paying that much for
Bro,
it.
and you lucky as shit. Like, I swear I'm cursed because all your favorite players are still alive and well. Whereas literally every time I have like a favorite celebrity player, anything, something bad always happens to them.
I just thought about that.
Yeah, Michael
Jesus
Jackson,
Christ.
my all-time favorite artist, he passed away. I mean, but that's
He got drugged.
Yeah, he old age and whatnot.
He got drugged.
Luckily, all my favorite rappers are still alive. I mean, Wayne had a little scare here and there, but then Sean Taylor and Kobe, my two favorite athletes, both.
Yo, we might have to break up because I'm your favorite girl, and so I might be.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you his favorite girl?
Hey, low key, I hope I'm not.
No, you
at this
are.
point.
Or just his longest lasting?
But yeah, so you can easily get all your favorite athletes' stuff signed and for a reasonable price. Like if I went to get a Sean Taylor or Kobe jersey, that shit gonna be marked up.
Oh, that's gonna be thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, so don't expect me to go on a bidding war for all that.
Yeah. But Phil, are you a New Year's resolution person? No, right?
Yeah. I generally what I do, I don't write it down. I want to do a vision board this year because I'm trying to switch it up. But
Gay.
I do have a
I'm kidding,
soft
I'm
list in my
kidding.
mind that I'm focusing on this year.
So
do
you
you wanna
want to
share
share?
it?
Yeah, you want to share?
Oh
that with
yeah.
the
So my first goal is to lose 15 pounds, which would
Okay.
put me at about around 165 or 160, 155, because I want to do 3 Muay Thai tournaments this year. So that's like a physical goal is like lose 15 pounds, compete 3 times this year. I want to, with my recent promotion.
Wait, before you move on, I feel like you should definitely have at least the first tournament date set to help you reach that goal that much faster. Because if you just say I want 3 and like that's it, I feel like it's just going to be pushed off. And
Oh
then
no, I'm not pushing it out. So how the tournaments work? The gym that hosts the tournaments, they put them up last minute. So I know that there's going to be a tournament in, I believe we're thinking it's going to be February because they just had one in December.
Okay.
And so
Do you think you're ready by
training?
February?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be ready for my level. I'll be ready. I could have done one in December had I had a couple weeks notice.
Yeah.
But like when I found out, it was literally like, all right, the tournament's next week, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So if they do it now, I've been getting ready. So I've been training 5 days a week. I've been going to gym 3 days on, 1 day off. So I'll be good. Like so if they go like, hey, tournament's in a week, I'll be straight.
Bruh, I'm just my content brain kind of running. One, we all gonna come and support,
Obviously.
of course. But would we be able to come and bring a camera to record said fight?
Probably, yeah. I
Or would you be okay with us bringing? Like,
Only
what
if
if
it's
you
good.
get knocked out, bruh?
I mean, that's fine. I don't
I mean,
care.
I know I
really don't care. It's fighting.
Our social media is mostly kind of getting on you, making fun of you, intentionally and unintentionally. You just always have great moments. But I wouldn't want my dog getting knocked out on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter.
Well, then just don't post the knockout
Yeah.
if it, God forbid, it happens.
Well, for those, you have headgear. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't picture myself getting knocked out with headgear on. It could happen, but I think if I was to get like knocked down, it'd be a body shot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like my chances. Like for amateur competition, I like my chances.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know AJ had kind of alluded to maybe us getting like a Patreon or something like that. This fight, if it happens,
It's going on Patreon.
we might have to start that Patreon.
Hey,
and y'all
that's fine with me. You know, I don't mind being embarrassed. Like,
Yeah.
and I train hard, so if anything, I can go back, study the film, see what I did wrong, see what I did right.
Yeah.
But, you know,
But
I'm a
if-
competitor.
If anything, it's not really embarrassing because, like, we would get our asses handed to us if we even
facts.
tried that. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, I don't.
Even if you still got your ass beat, like, we could never.
Yeah, and I say all the time I'm pussy. I wouldn't even step in the ring. So
I want to do jujitsu.
Do it. All women should do it, and you should look for gyms. I feel like once you start it, you're gonna love it.
I'm just too poor right now. But
That's
after
fair.
the wedding,
That's fair.
after the wedding, I got you, and we will be jujitsu.
Hey, I'm about it.
All right, so your other goals outside, you talked about your promotion.
Okay, so I want to so for my first year on the job, I want to exceed all my performance matrix. So, because my plan is to do really well in this position for 2 to 3 years and then try to get a supervisor role.
Okay, nice.
We're growing, so hopefully we still have that growth in a couple more years. But with as many people keep moving down to South Florida, that's feasible. So really just perform well in my job, look to get promoted in a couple years, get to a higher level, higher pay, save more, spend less. I already started off bad because I went shopping right before the holidays.
Hey, you got to splurge. I feel like you don't really. You used to. You were you were bad with the Express and the what else? PacSun,
yeah.
But I feel like since then you kind of been not too bad with spending that much. So, but I'm also not here seeing how many packages you get in a day. But treat yourself, bro.
I've been treating myself a lot lately.
Oh yeah, you as we watch the 80-inch beautiful big screen TV that we gave you a hard time about.
I've been treating myself. So that was my last gift. And really this year is really knocked down my credit card debt. I don't have like I guess an exorbitant amount, just a couple stacks. So just clear that out, which will be done hopefully in 6 months.
Got you.
If I really focus on budgeting, I'll knock it out quickly.
Yeah. That's what's up. Good for you, bro.
What about you guys? What's on y'all resolutions and goals for the year?
Well, Tatiana says how she hates resolutions.
I don't like resolutions or goals. And in therapy, I found out that's just because of my mental health. But
it's not funny, but it's funny.
No, it is kind of funny. Because I always wondered, like, even when I was younger, like, every time, like, New Year's came around, I'd be like, this is so stupid. Like, I don't care. Like, but I found out it's because I never pictured myself in the future because I never thought I'd live this long. So, mental health. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting because this will be my first year of really setting goals. Like, I have goals that I work towards, but, like, actually, like, all right, making them happen. So it's weird. So hearing you say that is weird because I've always expected myself to get older. I just felt like for a while goals were like, I probably fell at that shit because I'm not consistent.
Oh yeah, it was never. I thought I'd fail at it. It's just I could not picture myself in that role ever. Like I couldn't even like right now I can't picture myself old, and I can't. Like I am excited for kids and everything, but I can't.
Damn, you don't want saggy skin? That shit gonna be beautiful.
No. But it's just like I've never, like even like when I was younger, I never pictured myself being 28 or 27 or like it was just never a thought in my mind. Like when I hit 21, I was like, yo, I never thought I'd make it this far. So my, I guess, goal resolution, since I'm really trying to, change my mental health, I just want to be happy. Like that's just my goal, to be happy. Just because going back and thinking how I was in 2020, it was very dark. And I feel like I've been slowly going up and up and up. And so I just want to keep that momentum going and be happy.
How do you measure your happiness? Like, is there a measure? Is something measurable?
It's just day to day, how I feel. Just going, I don't know. It's just a vibe, I guess.
I fucks with it.
Yeah, I asked her this too and got the same answer. So
yeah, I don't know.
Because happiness, happy is a vague statement. So like when I think of like when I was in my dark period and when I was like down and shit, like what made me happy was like, okay, am I doing stuff in my free time? Am I not loafing? Like, am I working towards something? Am I performing well in work? How's my relationship life? So like now I can look back and be like, oh, I'm actually it's weird because I'm in the happiest time of my life. Mm-hmm. And if you ask me, like, I wouldn't be able to say that without being able to look back and be like, oh, I'm in a super great relationship. Girlfriend's like mad supportive, great. Work's going great. Got promoted in a year. Training consistently for a year. So it's like, damn, I had to really step back and be like, life is actually really good for me right now.
Yeah.
But like, if you ask me that, it wouldn't feel that way because I'm in it.
And I think
no,
I can.
I admit, like, I'll just be walking around, but I'm so happy.
Yeah, and I think I can kind of speak for Tatiana, knowing her better than she knows herself. but a lot of the things you just touched on. Definitely work for her because she talked about 2020. That job she absolutely hated.
Tell me about it. I know what you're
Now
do.
she has a job that she loves. She's making friends at said job.
And I'm making my own friends like I have.
Well, you don't have Zach dependent friends?
Yeah, and that was a big thing for her.
That's bullshit.
I know.
I don't like that.
I'm independent now, beach.
I don't like that.
But also, I have like with my new job, it's like I'm getting paid more, so like I feel like I'm pulling my weight more, like in the relationship where like. Just I don't know.
That makes perfect sense. Like work definitely contributes to happiness.
Yeah, and I'm also like because I have a better work-life balance now. Like I'm trying to say yes to more things. Like yesterday, some friends from high school like were in town, and I actually like went to brunch with them. Whereas before, I probably would have made up an excuse to not go. That's good. I actually had a really, really, really good time. Shout out Kaylee.
You looked cute. I seen the outfit you was on the gram flexing.
Thanks. And I've been more. Oh, I thought that was Toby licking my toes. Mm-hmm. And like I just been more confident.
Yeah, that's been a big thing. But I feel like
does that got anything to do with that? What you been doing, Zach?
No, it's about. I think it's
put
me.
It in your butt.
I mean,
it's me.
What you been doing, Zach?
It is you, but I feel like I have a little bit to.
Probably.
Yeah, but I think a big thing for you this year, which you haven't said, but I know you're trying to work towards, is just like kind of dealing with your anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Which I think will help.
Yeah, I mean that's all mental health. Like everything with mental health, I just trying to work on journaling more, doing my thing, reading. I like to read.
What you reading?
It ends with Us, but I've just been reading it on like my lunch breaks and stuff, and I'm gonna try to read more at home too.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, my goals, definitely getting to Division I basketball. That's my biggest goal. And then for Tatiana, is that gonna
hold on?
Yeah, we gonna pause. The Roomba going crazy right now. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, my goal definitely getting to Division I basketball. I think I'm finally ready.
Officiating, not playing.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I think everybody knew. But they always say it's better to be a year late than a year early. And I know Luke, he always has confidence in me and a lot of other people. And they're like, damn, you should have went this past year. But I didn't feel like I was ready. But I think next year I'll be a lot more confident and ready.
And so, quick question: you haven't gone to any D1 camps?
No,
so you'll
not
start
yet.
to go to camps now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the camps I've been to, they've been the level that I'm at. So JUCO, NAIA, Division II, so on and so forth.
Okay, well, as long as you feel ready, then, I mean, it's good that you waited.
Yeah.
As opposed to feeling pressure and then jumping in there early and you're like, bro, fuck, and looking like, yo, then the evaluators be like, yeah, this dude's 2 years out.
Yeah,
As opposed to now you go in there and be like, all right, well, he's ready now.
Yeah. And then the other big thing is just being a better partner. So Tatiana and I have started doing couples counseling.
Danny said we had to do that if we get married, and I was like, I'm not doing
it's really and nice. So I wanted to bring it up because I kind of wanted to normalize it on the podcast in case anybody was wondering or thinking about it. Not even just couples counseling, but counseling in general.
And to show that like not everyone's relationship is perfect. I feel like everyone just idolizes our relationship, and it's like we have our issues too.
Yeah,
bro.
we definitely have our issues.
I just think people think perfect relationships, there's no back and forth, and I don't think I think everybody argues, or I think it's the level of how you argue and how you communicate when you guys disagree, which makes a successful relationship. Yeah,
and communication is the big part for us, and that's why we really wanted this. Both Tatiana and I are petty people. Tatiana probably a little bit more than me. I could be wrong on that. She may feel differently, but
I think we're both petty.
No, we both are. Yeah, we both are. And so just maturing, we had a big fight. And after that fight, we had like a serious conversation, and I feel like that definitely helped. But we still feel like we needed the couples counseling, and we'll see where it takes us. First session went well. We have our second session tomorrow, and
can I come?
Yeah, she's really nice. And she's black.
Yeah, well, that was one thing I made sure. So obviously in Miami, you have a lot of Hispanic people. But if I'm going to be spilling my heart out and emotions and all this and that, same thing with Tatiana, I feel like the person should be able to relate to the both of us. And so Tatiana, she did individual therapy, and that was with a Hispanic lady. And then you said there was a little bit, a little bit of a language.
Like, she spoke fluent English, but it was like I'm really bad at trying to explain my feelings, and so it's just like I need that help to like get that out, but like I just feel like she wasn't the right person to like help pull those feelings out and to like form them into words. But also she was very talkative, and I felt like I was being lectured the whole time, which is like not an issue because she did help me with like a couple things, but I was just like, oh, she's just not right for me, so I just stopped.
I thought about going to a counselor.
You should.
Or a therapist. I don't have time. My therapy now is the gym.
A lot, especially in the times we in now, a lot of them are doing it on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's weird. If I'm gonna chop it up with you, I'm gonna look you on your face.
But you also don't have to do. I mean, it's based off, at least with this person. I don't know how it was with yours, but it's based off your schedule.
Yeah,
you don't have to go every week. You don't have to go bi-weekly. Like if you want to go once a month, if you want to go once every 2 months, that's up to you.
Yeah, they'll just be like, oh, do you want to do another session next week? And then
and it's 50 minutes, an hour.
That's not bad. I'll consider it.
It's nice. Everyone should do therapy, even if you think you are very healthy. Like, it's like getting maintenance on your car. Even though the car still works, you still need to take it in, get the oil changed.
True.
Yeah.
Well, Danny says when we get married, I'll have to do it. So
My stomach's cramping.
I have to do couples counseling. I was like, why?
I think it's worth it. I'll keep y'all posted though. Again, we only had one session, and we got number 2 tomorrow. Without going too into detail, that's HIPAA stuff. So
Yeah, HIPAA.
But all right, we can go into the topics. Glad we were able to explain to y'all why we were missing, caught up on all the New Year's stuff, but
We got deep a little bit.
And make sure y'all drop some of them New Year's resolutions in the comments so I can comment and be like, that shit trash.
facts.
I'll be like, that's stupid. Don't make resolutions.
All right, we ain't got to spend too much time on this first topic. I just found it funny and entertaining, but history-making Jeopardy winner why Siri think I'm talking to her, got robbed at gunpoint. And instantly my mind went to the robber. And I wanted to know, did the robber know this person was a Jeopardy winner?
Yeah.
And if they if they didn't ask them trivia questions to rob them, then all of this was a waste. Like, who was the 13th president?
See how, if they could answer under
yes,
that intense pressure.
They had to. If they didn't ask a trivia question, I'm going to be pissed.
I'm sure they did not.
So did he get his Jeopardy money stolen?
That's what. Well, it was a woman. But
her.
I'm assuming it. I don't know if it was
probably just her purse. So. Like, I'm sure everything she had was in the bank. So,
I was gonna say, why would you have that much money on you?
I'm sure she got all the money back. But the fact that she got robbed is
somebody hit it lit.
Bruh, I just read headlines. I don't fucking further research.
You're like every other Twitter person, only reading headlines.
Where did this happen at?
Bruh, I don't know. But
where does Jeopardy get held? New York?
That's a good question.
I
also don't even
who watches Jeopardy.
Who cares about facts on this podcast? Honestly,
all I know is Alex Trebek is not the host anymore, and he's no longer.
Doesn't matter.
First of all, Alex Trebek isn't alive.
Rest in peace.
Hey, rest in peace to Betty White and Sidney Poitier.
Bro, I was gonna get to that.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna get to that, but now that it's been brought up,
Betty White. She was almost my birthday twin.
Yes.
I'm on the 18th. She's on the 17th. 19th?
Something like that.
I
don't know. Day before, day after. Queen, we miss you.
Bro, we losing so many legends. So Betty White, like you said, Sidney Poitier, like you said, which I didn't realize he was from Miami. And y'all know I'm a sucker anything from Miami, so that makes me like him more. But I also don't know anything he was in outside of Two Sir with Love. You said what?
Raisin in the Sun.
Oh, okay. All I know is Two Sir with Love.
Yeah, man, you don't have. He's responsible for putting a lot of black actors and actresses on. He's the first prominent male actor in Hollywood.
So he was the first Tyler Perry?
No, he's bigger than Tyler Perry. You don't get Tyler Perry without Sidney Poitier. He's like the first Denzel. Because Tyler Perry's more like owner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like Tyler, like playwriter. He's the first like big box office actor.
Oh, okay.
Like he's the first Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel's a spawn of Sidney Poitier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson, all those guys.
I don't even want to put this out there, but hopefully,
Okay.
y'all know where my mind going.
Don't say it.
But just prayers up to him. But John Madden, rest in peace.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, John Madden.
Legend. Coach, announcer. Obviously, the video game named after him. But yeah, R.I.P. John Madden. Hopefully, we can get a little break of not having another legend pass anytime soon.
Well, they happen in threes.
Well, they're old.
It's been happening in way more than threes.
Yeah, but they're old, so they live long lives. Like
Yeah,
Sidney Poitier was like 94, Betty White was 99. Madden probably had some more years in him.
I think he was
like
80.
80s.
No, I think he was like 80 something.
Okay, so those are long lives. But
Betty White had a good 10 more years left.
it's just the irony that they did the 100-year time cover and she didn't make it to 100th birthday.
Yeah, that's awkward.
I was like, that was awkward. And then
That's God having a good sense of humor. He's just like, that's what you get for over planning. You thought.
Yeah.
And then when she died, I went and listened to that Zach. Jesus is the one where he was like, hey, you rest in peace, Betty White. She ain't dead, but I know she gonna die. And I was like, oh jeez.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Betty White, you're a queen, and I miss you. I can't wait to see you again soon.
So I saw a tweet that really made me laugh, and it had some validity to it. But a sex expert says that black people are too comfortable with using violent language during sex. And I could pull up the tweet and play the audio for the podcast. Give me 1 second. I'm struggling.
Like,
I'm going to beat that pussy up. I'm going to murder the pussy.
I'm gonna beat that pussy up.
So here's the audio.
You like getting stabbed with this dick.
You're trying to murder me. I want to be very, very clear. The language by which we talk about sex in black communities is disturbing. We talk about, I'm finna beat it up. I'm going to shoot up the club. I'm going to murder the pussy. Why are we using violent language to describe an intimate act? Okay. I don't know. I want him to murder the pussy.
But the fucking expert's face, she was so annoyed after she said that. But I mean, it is true, but at the same time, like...
I mean, it's also the environment that you come from.
Yeah.
It's when you groomed and you raised, like, especially a lot of... There's a good handful of black people that are raised in poverty-stricken areas or low-income areas, so you're apt to violence.
Yeah.
So it's you take that to every situation you in, corporate, intimate, no matter what situation, there's always an element of violence. So you just adapt to where you're from.
You just got out of interview. How'd you do on that interview? Yo,
I killed that shit. Yeah, like that's just what it is.
I just think that's a part of the slang, though. Too.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
But it's rooted in violence is the point.
Yeah.
And we don't subconsciously think about it because we're exposed to so much violence. So it's just like it's engraved in everything we do.
Yeah.
But
that was a great point.
But also sometimes, like when I'm having sex, like yes, I like the intimate sensual, but sometimes I'm like,
switch it up.
fucking choke me.
Yeah.
Like it's like
slay me. Like whoa,
like
why
smack
you
my ass. Like I don't know. And like, but it's like there's a time and place. Now when I'm in the mood to like be all like nice and treat me like a queen.
Yeah.
Don't say you're gonna beat this pussy up because I'm gonna be like, no.
And
I'm out of the mood now.
And it's intimacy. Like it's different strokes for different folks. Some women might like it. Some women might be like, yo, I don't like when you say I'm gonna murder it. Just be gentle.
Yeah, I would never like it if you said you're gonna murder my pussy.
Yeah.
Just be
like,
gentle.
Relax. No, you're not.
Girl, I'm finna massage this gooch. I'm about to massage the mess out of this.
I don't like that word. Gooch, don't ever say gooch to me if you are inside me. Oh.
Gooch.
But I think I've said gooch too. And maybe I haven't.
Not while you were inside me. Don't ever.
I actually don't talk that much. Like, it's weird.
Please don't ever talk to me a lot.
I'm whispering in her ear and be like, hey, you want me to massage this sugar walls?
Wait, that might be a little hot. I don't know.
Sugar walls. I think sugar walls is not rooted in violence. It's fun. It's sweet. Everybody has a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
So I actually have a question because Tatiana called me out on this. Is eating the box on a first time interaction, is that weird?
No, you are not giving the backstory.
Okay, go ahead. You could go ahead.
The backstory is you're gonna have to help me out because I don't really remember.
Okay,
I was
so
blasted. when you
no,
told me.
so there was a girl that I was talking to during the Vine days. One of the several girls
When he
along
was
with
a hoe.
Tatiana.
Nothing wrong with being a
And
hoe.
No,
I
there's
think
not.
you might have been at the apartment at this time. I'm not sure if you remember, but she came because she lived in California. She came to visit because her brother lived in Miami. Hit me up while I was in Boca. Came through, hung out with me at the apartment.
First time meeting her,
Yeah,
and
first
he
time meeting her.
eats her vagina.
Yeah, so I go down on her.
You're a savage.
I was like, that is wild to me. You just like she didn't even plan like visit him to visit him. She was just happened to be in the area, hit him up, and then he put his naked mouth on her naked vagina.
Were you gonna put your naked wee wee in her?
So
No!
she didn't let me hit. She didn't let me hit.
That's,
And I remember.
it's no difference than a dude getting his, you know what I'm saying, a BJ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's savagery in
And
the sense that
and that's what I told Tatiana, but she said she would never give a guy a head.
My first time. No, I wouldn't. Like, I don't know where your dick has been. That's disgusting.
Yeah,
and
it's
men
gross,
are
but-
known for not being that great in the hygiene department.
Yeah.
So, like, why would I put my mouth? No, and I would never. No, I
I've
would
done
never.
it. I'm not proud
Thank
of
you. I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? I've done
But
it.
that was so wild. Like, I was cracking up because that was so nasty to me. Like, I was just judging him hardcore. The fact that some random chick was just like, hey, I'm in town. Okay, slide through. And then you put your mouth on her vagina. You didn't know she had herpes or anything.
You could see herpes sometimes.
You
though.
only live once.
Sometimes
You
you
only
could have
live
had
once.
a herp on your lip forever.
The herpaderp.
Because you wanted to eat her vagina. You didn't even use a dental dam.
But wait, did you know you wasn't gonna hit?
No, I thought I was.
Okay. Whenever that happens, I feel duped.
Would you have used a condom if you did hit though?
Condoms. What are those?
Probably.
So you would have. So you care about your dick more than your mouth.
No, he care about pregnancy, not his dick. He cares about getting pregnant.
You
I'm
didn't care
just
about the
no. I'm
STDs?
more so about making the girl feel comfortable. If she was like, "Oh, take the condom off," shit, you ain't gonna tell me.
Yo,
This man Zach is a
this man
savage.
is nasty,
I
and
love
I'm
it.
nasty by association, bro.
You are a savage, and I am a savage, and I love it.
Hey, I had to be savage in the short amount of time that I had. My body count is low as fuck, bruh.
Yeah, it is. Low-key.
My body count is 10.
That's a
'Cause-
very modest body count, by the way.
Yeah, because I was in relationship after relationship, like all back to back to back, 3.
It's because you're too cake booty.
I am. I'm a certified lover boy. I always say it, but
So the numbers actually work in your favor for like getting STDs and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's just crazy to me.
It is crazy.
That's just like some random guy just being like, "Hey, I'm in town," and it's like, "Okay."
Nah, that just goes to show you Zach he's a
He's a
call it?
giver.
I'm a giver.
He's a
He's
giver.
definitely
Yeah,
a
he wants to
giver.
make sure the woman gets hers, and there's nothing wrong with being that. It's admirable. Is it savage? Absolutely. But are you gonna do it if you're in that situation? Of course.
mean,
and he did it with the intent to have sex. Most dudes only eat box on the first day with the intent to have sex. I don't know a dude that'd be like,
no, I
That's
did.
that.
I did have the intent to have sex,
Yeah.
but when she was like, "No, like I don't want to have sex," I was like,
I'm like, you played me. That
No,
happened to me, and I
Zach
felt
loves
duped.
eating vagina.
I
Like,
do.
But I don't know a dude that likes eating vagina that just eats the girl out for the first time just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying?
Zach-
I would not do
yeah,
that.
Zach would.
I wouldn't
would.
do that. I wouldn't do that. Now I wouldn't do that.
See, Zach would. He's a different breed. It's
Nigga just
crazy.
eating the box to eat the
but
box.
it is nice because you are such a giver.
And don't call me Santa.
What?
I said, "Don't call me Santa."
You are a giver, which works out in my favor because I'm a selfish lover and you're a giver. So.
Yeah. But if you want to kill me for just eating the box and not having sex, like, okay, that's one thing. But
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think I'm wild for eating box off the first
No,
encounter.
it's wild
That's-
that you
it's
did
wild.
not know her.
It's wild.
It's wild that you didn't know her. Now,
And
if-
also, if a guy went down on you,
no,
and
I
whipped-
would not say no. I would not say no, but I know where my vagina has been. He doesn't know where mine has been. Was it not recording that whole time?
But wait, but you would let a guy eat you out on the first night?
Of course, because I'm a selfish lover. I just said
But
this.
but
I would not return the favor because I'd be like, I don't know where your dick's been. I didn't ask you for you to eat
But you don't know where his mouth been.
I don't, but that's a risk
And
I'm
he
gonna have to take.
he can have the herpaderp on his tongue or in the inside of his mouth.
Well, I would have already seen that because I would have been kissing him and I would have been seeing his face.
Maybe.
It's because if someone has a active herp on their lip, I'm not kissing them.
Yeah.
That's gross.
She probably didn't have an active herp on her
But what I was gonna say,
Then she's not contagious.
if a guy started to go down on you and whipped out a dental dam, you would dry up so fast.
I would.
So then don't talk to me about not using a dental dam.
So I just wouldn't do it. That's what I'm saying. You didn't know her.
I don't
So it's
even know
just
how to
wild
use a
me.
dental dam.
I think you just go.
What?
Just wax paper. I'm not using a
I
fucking
hear it.
dental dam.
Yo.
Where do you even buy dental?
Could you
dams?
imagine
Where do you
like
buy
a
them?
dude pulling out a dental dam and being like,
we
I'm
try
just
a
taking my
dental
dam?
precautions?
I just want to see if it would feel different.
I might as well eat you out through your underwear. Like, I'm not buying a dental dam.
I want to try it.
No.
We have to for the pod.
I'll get some saran wrap
That's
out
that's
the drawer.
Patreon content right there.
All right.
The dental dam experiment. Yeah, exactly. So
Save it for the pod Patreon. We'll be trying a dental
That would
dam.
be like getting head with a condom on.
that's trash, by the way.
You don't know though.
Oh, you've gotten that?
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Ew! It sounds
it's
terrible
trash.
to do.
I mean, it's
With the lube.
it's not awful because
Actually,
there are some condoms where it's
Yeah.
like you get the bears,
Yeah.
but it feels way better without.
I have gotten head with only because it was a flavored condom and she wanted to see what it tasted like.
Yeah,
That
it wasn't awful. I'm just like, this could be so much better.
Yeah,
Like so much better. I mean, she did a good job though.
Shout out her.
That was Mexico. You know what went down in Mexico.
Yeah.
Shout out Mexico.
Yeah.
Last random topic. So a 90-day fiance, which y'all know, me and Tatiana's guilty pleasure. But
Danny loves that shit.
we don't know who this girl is. She is selling farts in a mason jar. And I don't know. I don't think she's selling it for $200,000. I think she's made $200,000. But either way, selling farts in a mason jar. Who is buying these farts?
Thirsty
Freaks.
guys.
Freaks.
But the thing is,
My clientele, fellas, drop into my DMs. I will gladly fart into a mason jar for you.
That's disgusting.
My farts
Stink.
but I want to know if you're even getting any scent when you open the jar.
Nah, it definitely
I
holds a
need to
scent.
know how she traps the farts.
Yeah,
Hey, girl, hit me up. I'm trying to do this.
that is disgusting.
That is sick.
It is sick. Like, it makes me.
Could you just go to your homeboy house and you're like, bro, why you got all these empty mason jars in the crib for? Oh, no reason, fam.
Well, she puts flower petals in them, so.
Who is your biggest celebrity crush, Phil? Gabrielle Union?
I have to think about this one because I think
Ooh, I
Shorty
wanna-
from Baby Boy. What's her name again?
Taraji's
Yeah,
always gonna
Taraji,
be up
yeah.
there. Gabby's gonna be up there. It's probably I don't know. You know, I went back on my Halle Berry phase. Like now she been active on Twitter again.
Yeah.
Halle looking real milfy.
Yeah, and Hallie's actually really funny on Twitter.
Yeah, she looking real milfy.
So let's say it's a reasonable price.
Tracy
And-
Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross, and she got a fatty. Are you paying $10 for a jar of Tracy Ellis Ross's fart?
No, that's sick, bro.
I wouldn't do it because then I just wouldn't be attracted to them anymore. Because
I don't want to know how her
I
fart
need
smell.
to love you before I smell your farts.
Yeah.
I need to love you.
Yeah.
Like this morning, Zach had a really stinky poo. And if I didn't love him, we would have broken up because I was
Yeah.
gagging all over the. Wait.
Wait, you didn't use the poopery?
No, he didn't use the poopery. And I even said that. I was like, we have poopery. You need to utilize it. And it smelled so
And that
bad.
poopery be trapping the smell sometimes.
Yeah,
It does.
It do. But yeah, shout out to her for making $200,000
Yeah,
on selling
girl.
farts.
Land of opportunity.
That's such a niche, and you
Yeah.
made it. Girl, I'm so proud of you.
That's how you get on, man. You just gotta find let me think of something wild that doesn't make no sense.
I'm going to
that I
start
can
selling
sell.
my queefs. Men.
You probably could.
Men,
But
I'm going to
queefs-
sell my
queefs
queefs.
don't have a smell.
It doesn't matter. They just
I don't know
know I
if-
queefed in the jar.
I don't know if queefs are as erotic as farts though.
Yeah.
What if I...
Maybe you can start selling your hair.
No.
Like a couple strands of your
No,
hair?
so I can have my DNA everywhere and someone can frame me for a murder. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you got an alibi, you'd be all right.
What if I don't? I'm always alone.
True.
So Tatiana talked a little bit about her mental health and anxiety and depression. As a result, she got a medical marijuana card, which has helped tremendously with that.
Yes.
And I guess now we'll have some good content because of said medical marijuana.
Because I have high thoughts. with
Yeah.
Tati.
You got what?
High Thoughts with Tatiana, a new segment that she wanted to introduce on the podcast for today at least, or whenever else she's on the
Because when I'm super duper high and like I would just have obviously random thoughts and some of them are worthy enough for me to put in my notes because I want to remember them when I'm sober because I think they're actual legit questions. So.
High thoughts. Let me hear it.
Okay. One of them is
As a former stoner.
former.
Yeah.
Aw. One of them is, how come people always talk about back in the day, people died early, like 30 years old. But when you see shows like Game of Thrones, you see old people being kings and queens. I thought they died at like 30.
That is very true.
Well, they're age different. Like if you go back even now and look at people in the 70s, niggas that was 21 looked like they were 36, had jobs and 8 kids.
Yeah, if you looked at a yearbook, that shit wow.
So you think that those people just like they just look old because they're aging like milk?
And the times were rougher. So you got to imagine, like back in those days, you had to do everything. So the stress on your body just aged you. You be 7 looking like 22.
Okay. Thank you, Phil, because I was really... And when I'm reading these, they're like legit. Like I wrote these while I was high. So if they sound weird, it's because I was being weird.
I only said that quickly because I remember like a week ago seeing somebody's like an athlete's college picture, and I'm like, bro, it's like, oh, he broke the Russian record, and he was like 19, and I'm like, bro, that man is not 19, ain't no way.
Yeah, so this wasn't recently, this was years ago, but still, the school I went to, Henderson on FAU campus, it goes from kindergarten at the time to 8th grade. Now it goes to high school. But I remember looking at my kindergarten yearbook, looking at the 8th graders. If you would have looked, you'd think they were college students.
Really?
Yes. 8th graders look like college fucking students.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, our generation, the older we get, the less stress the generation after us have. Like they don't. Life is just getting substantially easier for the generations after us. So you can tell, which is why we still have our youth, because we don't got that stress that they had.
I like that theory. Good theory, Phil. Yes. Thank you for answering my high thought. My other one is just take a picture of Zach in the middle of an argument. That's it. And I think that is my thought process behind this. I think that's just such a great way to, like, if we're getting too heated, just, and then it's just like, what'd you do? It's kind of like the Men in Black thing.
I wouldn't be mad, though. You're the one that's usually, like, furious during fights, not me.
There is a relationship lady I think I follow on, and it did something like random. So in like the middle of an argument, you give the person a compliment, and that changes. Like you do something nice or you say something nice, so that changes the dynamic of like it changes the whole dynamic. So it's like I can't be mad at you, and I'm like, damn, even though you pissed at me right now, you for real look good as hell when you're mad. And like you make her smile.
That would piss Tatiana off.
But you say something to make them, like I would say something like that because it'd be hilarious. Yeah. But you say something to make them laugh or smile in the midst of a heated argument to bring the tone down. Yeah. So, but that's along the same lines of
that's a good
that
idea.
High thought.
You got to send me this lady's page.
I gotta find her. I think I just deleted her low key.
Yeah.
I think I just deleted her low key because she was too positive. I don't like all that positivity on my page.
Bro, you follow what's his face?
Who?
Your David Doggins or whatever.
Oh, his positivity is rooted in violence. True. And like no excuses and hardness. Yeah. Like his positivity is like, you know, I was running and I fucking broke my leg. I could have quit, but I ain't no bitch. Yeah. And I'm like, I be needing that in the back of my head. Like when I'm really not trying to go to work out, I think in the back of my head, like, what would God can say now? Like, he's
Yeah.
probably called me a bitch right now. Like, get your bitch ass up. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm getting up and I'm about to go get to this shit. Like, that's the type of motivation. I like hard love.
You liked coaches when you're like, get your ass over here.
Yeah, I
You're a
respond
bitch."
very well to what do you call that?
Tough love.
Tough love, direct love. Like
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with my supervisors because they're like, oh, you know, tell us how you like to be coached. I'm like, direct. I don't need I did 2 good things, 1 bad thing. Now, if I do something good, just tell me I did it good. Tell me keep doing it. But if I do something bad, make that the focus of the conversation and show me how to improve it so I can improve it. And they're like, okay, yeah, we like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not soft. I used to officiate, so I'm used to getting yelled at. So
would you like that in the bedroom? Pause. Like if Danny treated you like a little bitch.
No, well, it's not that they treat me like a bitch. I like very direct conversations. So
But I'm saying in the bedroom.
no, hell no. I'm not. My submissive side is like when I want my girl to be direct, it's only for being her to be like, all right. I want her to like throw me on the bed, just rip off my clothes and attack me. Like that's the only time I ever want to be submissive. I don't want to be submissive like, get on your knees and crawl, bitch. Like, wait, nah, I'm
Like
straight.
BDSM.
Nah, I just want her to like, all right, I'm in charge. You lay there.
And
I'm
then
about to
fuck you
run
in
this.
Amazon
Yeah,
position.
yeah, like that's sexy to me. But all that other controlling shit, nah, I'm good, fam.
Yeah.
Ooh, like when I pushed you up against the wall that one day.
Like that's sexy. When a girl's like, all right, I want it. That's when it's sexy.
Yeah.
But if she's like, kiss my toes and smell my fart, what?
Like worship my feet.
Yeah, you fucking my little maggot. I'm like, whoa, this is not sexy. I don't know if I get up for this, shorty.
Did you have any other high thoughts? I liked your notes one. Like what do you have in your notes?
What do you mean?
Or maybe that wasn't a high thought. Maybe that was just a pod topic.
What y'all got in
Which
them
one did
notes?
I
What
say?
y'all be doing over there?
No, you were like, oh, you should ask everyone what they have in their notes on their phone.
Oh yeah, but yes, I should ask that. But another high thought that I thought was funny, and I think Phil would think is funny. It says, when I'm high and I masturbate, it feels like I go into a different dimension. Like it's a simulation, and I see glimpses of reality and why I make decisions.
I actually have that thought every time I masturbate. When I'm sober. You know, you don't want to masturbate, but you be so horny and like I guess addicted to sex, where you just like get one off, and then you're like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I shouldn't have did that.
As a guy, it happens all the time.
As a
I think
guy,
your
it happens
Roomba is
all the
mine again.
time. Like I'm just like, hold on. Uh-oh, is that Roomba?
Yeah.
It might just be going home.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Like there's times where it's like I'm semi horny and I'm like, I could probably jack off right now. I really
Yeah.
don't want to. And I'm like, and I do it and I'm like, I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
I really could have gone without doing that.
See,
I only masturbate when I want to. See, that just sounds
no,
like a
see,
chore.
me when I'm sick, it's like I gotta get all these fluids out of me. Like I gotta sweat it out. I gotta get the snot. I gotta get the mucus. I gotta get this
The semen.
sick semen out of me. Everything's gotta come.
Sick
Everything's gotta come out of me
semen.
when I'm sick. So I'll do it anytime, any day, and I'll have a reason as to why I do it.
What?
No.
I I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, I want to masturbate. And so then I just go in the room, like have the lights off, get under the blanket.
I should be like,
For guys, being horny is only like 75% of the time.
it's just being horny. Yeah, you just horny. Like guys just always horny.
The other 25% is just cause.
Yeah.
It's
Just cause, yeah. It's rare where I'm like, the only time I ever really want to masturbate is like if I know I'm gonna have like a whole weekend alone and I can like stretch out
Yeah.
and get romantic with myself, which is very rare.
bro.
Yeah,
How are
like
you the one that brought up this conversation and then judging us?
for real.
Because what my thought was profound. You guys are just gross.
Oh.
Well, we giving you the mind of men. Like
Yeah, and that's
dudes be
crazy.
like all my married friends when they wife go like visit family and they're like, oh, I finally got the house to myself. Like, what you on this weekend? Well, I'm about to jack off. Like, and you be like, I get it because
Yeah.
it's like it's
No,
different when
I
like
get
you know what I'm
that,
saying.
Because there's definitely times where like Zach is around, but I would be like, I would rather masturbate right now, and I don't want to have sex.
Yeah.
I just want to go masturbate and then go to bed. But it's
I'd
like
be pissed.
So why?
I'm just kidding, because I want to be a part of it. I'm like, well, if that's the case, can I watch?
No, because the whole reason is because I want that time to myself.
Yeah.
And
I know,
and
but
then,
when
like,
I'm
once
around, I don't
once
want my
I'm-
girl to be doing that by herself
once
when
I'm
I'm
done,
around.
I'm done. It's not, oh, I'm done, and then I have to make sure you're good. It's like, I'm good.
Exactly.
good.
But if like my girl's around and like Danny's like, I'm gonna go in bed and masturbate, I'm like, damn, I can't watch.
No, it's my time.
But then I know she's
HIPAA.
doing it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go listen to the door.
No, I would die.
See, I feel like Tatiana never does it when I'm home. Or
I
like,
do. It's just sneaky.
I think all
And I don't
women,
let you
I think
know.
all women do it when guys are home. They do it when we watch games because they
And-
know that
and-
shit got our focus.
Yeah.
And the thrill, you could come in like, oh,
Yeah, it's probably when I'm playing Xbox.
it is when you're playing
It's
Xbox.
when they know like
Yeah.
your attention's zapped. And
you're
you ain't going
not
nowhere.
coming in
Yeah,
anytime
you ain't going nowhere.
soon. You're good. Or like if you went to like work out or something, like, here's my time.
I'm gonna install.
So what's your thoughts on high sex now that you know medically prescribed?
I only want to do high sex.
Really?
It's amazing. The orgasm is like, you saw my note. You heard my notes. I see into different dimensions, bro.
Yeah, no,
you guys are missing
It's
out.
legit. Like it's
High sex is way better than drug sex.
easily.
Drug sex is sloppy and like the passion is there, but high sex you feel your body just like, ugh.
you're in the 6th dimension.
Yeah.
Do you have any other high thoughts, or is that it? We'll do one more.
One more? Let's do one more. Let's try to find a good one. Oh, this one's me just being stupid. How come when I picture something vividly in my brain, but I can't? How come I can picture something vividly in my brain, but I can't draw it? Like, damn, bitch, the template is in my brain. Why can't my brain make my hand draw it?
But have you tried?
Yeah.
What
What do you mean? You never try to draw something from memory,
Yeah.
and you can't do it. Like,
You gotta be skilled. Everything looks good in your brain.
My brain can't, like, I can see it. Like, why
You should
can't
see
my
what I
brain-
see myself like in the gym in my brain. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to get to this level. Now I look in the gym and I'm like, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Just the concept of drawing and being able to draw is just so fascinating to me because I can't
agree.
do it.
I agree.
And I guess
You can learn it though.
Yeah.
It should be your hobby.
No, skateboarding is my hobby.
Okay.
Like that one nigga, I'm sure Phil knows who I'm talking about. He might be African, but
He drives
always,
upside down.
Yeah, he draws this
I know
shit
exactly
up. Like
what you're
he'll take this pod mic and stand, dip it in oil, and then just start drawing with the fucking mic and stand, and then it's upside down. He flips it, and it's a fucking masterpiece. I'm like, bruh, how the fuck?
How do you see things
realize
like
you
that?
have
Yeah.
that talent?
Exactly.
Like, I would never know if I had that talent. Like, I could, and I've never tried
like
it.
the people that fucking smash glass with a hammer and make a fucking mural out of that
or
shit.
the Rubik's cubes out
Yeah,
of
like,
Kobe
bro.
Bryant's face.
How the fuck?
Hey, right now is a great time to be an artist because you can really put on for yourself.
Yeah, sell it as an NFT.
Fact, not even sell as NFT. You can TikTok it. All you gotta do is get buzz, and people will buy it if your shit's fire.
Facts.
Well, yeah, quality. Like, if you make quality stuff,
Yeah.
people are gonna want it.
All right, we can move on though to music, or actually streaming. Is there anything that you're streaming or been watching, Phil, over the last couple of weeks?
I have. Now that I got this stupid dumbass big ass TV, I've been streaming a lot. Well, not streaming a lot. I've been watching a lot more stuff. So I went back yesterday. I watched Law Abiding Citizen.
Ooh, that's one of my
Such a
favorite
good movie.
movies ever.
I went back and watched Olympus Has Fallen. Jared Butler just got catapulted into like my top 10 for actors, like of my personal favorite. Me and Danny recently just watched the Sons of Sam documentary on
Okay.
Netflix.
Oh, I heard about that.
We finished Insecure, and I want to say there was something else we watched, but I don't remember. But that's kind of what I've been into. You know, tapped into a documentary, which was fun. I think that was it. Danny, she can't hear me.
I know she hear you.
I think that's it.
Okay, cool. I mean, I know what you've been watching, Tatiana, but do you want to tell the people?
You don't know my life. I started One Piece, which is an anime for you people that aren't fellow weebs. It's a really popular anime, and I guess like it's it's been on for a while. I think it has like 14 seasons, and I think like
Jeez.
they're doing a new season now. And I hear a lot of good things about it, but the reason why I started it is because I love Hunter x Hunter, and people say that it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Like it has the same vibes, not the same, but the same vibes. So I've been watching it. I don't love it yet, but I'm gonna push through because it's so many seasons, and I'm obviously only in the first season, so I'm giving it growing pains. Yeah. But that's what I've been watching, and I've been watching Attack on Titan with you.
We watched
one more thing before you start. Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
We watched that on Netflix.
One of my boys back in the Vine day, Omar, he was in that movie, like as a
shout out Omar.
Yeah, as like a what are they called?
Extra.
Yeah, like I think he was an extra. Let me not shit on him. I haven't watched the movie.
It's a good movie. It's actually
him have a major role, and I said
it's
he's
hilarious. Y'all should watch it if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
We watched Pen 15.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
Yeah, AJ talked about it several times on the pod. We finally watched it. Really good, hilarious. Gets deep, but definitely a lot of comedic relief in it. I mean, it is. I would say it's a comedy.
It's a comedy, but it doesn't shy away from the deep topics.
Yeah, it gets serious a lot. And that's really all.
You've been watching Attack on Titan?
Yeah, but I mean, I've talked about that on the pod.
That anime? You in the anime now?
No.
Nah, she's trying to get me on.
Slowly but surely.
No,
it sounds like
I'm
she's converting you.
I'm not trying to. It's just when I want to watch anime, he's like, I'll watch it with
you. You gotta dress up like an anime character and put on some hentai.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do. And then I think I talked about this on a previous episode, but Narcos, still been watching that.
Wait, that's still coming out?
Yeah, well, because clearly you don't listen, but the newest season came out, but then I realized I never finished the last season of Narcos Mexico, so I had to finish that and then finish the newest season. Curb Your Enthusiasm finished. That's great. Dexter's finale is tonight. Euphoria starts up tonight, so a lot of good stuff.
And 90 Day.
Yes, 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, this season is hilarious.
It's before the 90 days.
Yeah, before the 90 days. And this one guy doesn't take off his hat, and he just giggles all the time. There's 2 people from Michigan, so I'm super ashamed, but it's great.
And this season is entertaining but frustrating because all the women in this season are the super horny ones, and it's like the guys don't ever want to have sex, and I'm like, what is wrong with y'all niggas?
Yeah, the girls are like, give me sex now.
Yeah.
And the guys are just so pissy about it. So it's hilarious. If you want a good shitty show to watch, it should be 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah. Music, anything. Well, before we get into music, I saw something interesting because history always repeats itself. Retro things always come back, but apparently CDs have increased in sales for the first time since 2004.
I'm not going to jump on that.
Are CDs going to be the new vinyls?
I guess so.
I like vinyls better. You know what sucks?
The aesthetic of vinyls is better.
Yeah.
I had a serious CD collection.
Really?
Growing up, bro. I had all of Nas' discography. I had 50's discography. I had Tupac's, Bone Thugs and Harmonies, Do or Die. Like, I used to be serious on the CD collection. My brother started stealing every Eminem. He started stealing and losing my CDs and shit.
See, I can't imagine. Of course, like the younger generations, what's it, Gen X or whatever, Gen Z, they're gonna make it cool. But there's literally zero reason for CDs to come back. One, they're way more inconvenient.
You only have, unless you make a mixed CD, you're listening to the same artist.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. It's you get the full experience. So I like it.
At least with vinyls, like you just talked about, the aesthetic is nice. And for me, the record scratch, I don't know if your vinyls do it, but like the old, like original vinyls, you had the record scratch, which kind of gave it that old school feel. Whereas CDs, they're not going to sound as good as streaming now. Because obviously, especially with Apple, you have like the lossless or whatever, which is like the super HD, and then it's not gonna have that record scratching like the vinyls.
Well, you could convert it. Depends on your speakers.
True.
If you get a quality speaker, you can put in like a high def cord.
Yeah.
And get and get a good sound quality, but it's just that.
But you're buying extra stuff for something that is already on your phone.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but again, it's why vinyls are cool, right? There's tangible. It's tangible. You can take those to. That's easier to take to a concert to get signed than having a big ass vinyl the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, so I get it, and I think it's cool. And then you get what made CDs cool is the art, the album, the book that comes with the CDs, like that has the lyrics. So I get it, and it's easier to store than vinyls too. I just personally, because I grew up in the CD era, I like vinyls.
Maybe it's because we grew up with CDs, like we know the drawbacks with them. But also, even when I was younger, I was also poor. Like I never had a good CD collection.
Having 20. Like, it'd be cool because I go drive my car and I'm like, all right, let me grab 3 CDs. This thing gonna be the vibes today? And you stick to those vibes.
See, and I was too lazy to even do that. I just listened to the radio because I couldn't be bothered to do that. So
it is crazy to think about, like, us listening to CDs feels like ages ago. But it's really not that, because my last car, I had a bunch of CDs in there. Like, I had Yellow Wolf, Kendrick.
Didn't you have Big Sean?
Yeah, Big Sean.
It's not that long ago.
It wasn't that, but it feels like it was ages ago, bro. Yeah. And I can't go back.
It's because we lived through it. We're like, nah, fuck that. That sucked.
I had a...
And when it skipped on the best part of the song, ruined.
See, I had a CD in my last car because it was certain, like, mixes... Like, you know, DJs, it was a reggae mix that you couldn't get on streaming services.
Yeah.
So I had that in the whip, and, like, I would always play it. And they don't even make cars. Like, new cars don't even come with CD players anymore. It's like you got to ask them to put that shit in.
I remember my grandma bought me, this is not CDs. I remember my grandma bought me a cassette tape of Mary-Kate and Ashley singing. And my grandma got me a cassette tape of the Spice Girls, and I was living. I loved that Mary-Kate and Ashley cassette tape so much.
See, I'm old enough to remember the radio come on at like 9 o'clock at night. You make sure you got the antenna in the perfect spot. You hit record play, so you can record that radio mix, and you just boom out.
See, I never did that.
I didn't do that.
What? Nah, bro, Chicago, bro. I would always record the radio mixes. They were so fire.
Yeah.
Be like juke music. So they played juke music. So that was like how you get your juke music if you didn't know like where to get juke CDs from.
Well,
that big got on case, Wiz.
See, I'm just spoiled now, bro. I'm spoiled. Just CDs. Not like as far as music goes, but just CD-ROMs in general. Like,
this is us getting older because our vinyls are the Gen Z CDs.
Yeah.
So for them, that's like, bro, CDs are archaic. Because vinyls, like the listening experience they get from vinyls, they're ADD. They probably don't have enough ADD to, like, their ADD is probably so short they can't sit through the purpose of a vinyl is a listening experience. You just let it play and you rock out, then you flip it and you go. CDs now, because they a little ADD, they can just, I don't like this song, skip through it. Even on a vinyl, if you don't like a song, you're not gonna move the needle. You're just gonna let it rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that does.
So it's them living their, like, them tapping into what they don't know, and then still being able to be like, that shit suck next.
Yeah.
Because they got, you know, their attention span's way shorter than ours.
I mean, on my
and
attention
ours
span
is
just
short.
like Gen Z. I don't. Nope. TikTok videos with the 3 minutes. Sometimes they're too long for me. I'm like, nope. Get to the point.
These niggas can't sit still.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm right there with them, like
Me
you just
too.
said. But again, I've always said I'm 99.9% sure that I have ADD. My parents never took me. That's why I struggled throughout school. Like I swear I had ADD.
They were gonna force you to be a normal child.
Well, Caribbean parents, they just don't believe in that stuff. So it's like you gonna figure it out one way or the other.
Well, our kids are gonna be very blessed to have us as parents because they're gonna have my bad mental health and then your ADD.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
lit.
they're
Hey,
gonna be wild.
just make sure you just let them dive into the arts. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, just feel your feelings. Feel them all.
Yeah. But is there any new music you listening to, Phil?
I believe so. Let me check. What have I been listening to that's new? I actually tapped into the Rick Ross album. It was pretty solid.
I haven't gone back since I listened, honestly. And I love Ross. Y'all know it.
Been sent with Nas's new album, Magic. That's really good.
How is that in comparison to King's Disease 2?
it's fire. They both fire, but it's different. Like this one, I feel like Magic is more.
Magic is shorter though, right?
It's shorter, but it feels more vintage, Nas.
Okay.
So like whatever him and Hit Boy got going on right now, keep that shit going.
Yeah.
Everything they dropping is so good. Pilot Talk 4 Currency came out. Oh, another sleeper, Wiz Got Wings with Cardo. So Wiz Got Wings was supposed to be like him tapping into that
Is that
Cushion,
Wiz Kid or
no, Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
Cushion Orange Juice sound. So I haven't listened to Wiz Khalifa like a full project in a minute, but this project is really, really it's he goes back to the sound that I was most familiar with, that Cushion Orange Juice sound.
Okay.
It's good. If you like Wiz, you'll like that project.
Yeah. The Weeknd, he dropped his album, Dawn FM. It's pretty. I like this. Well, the Weeknd one always makes like 80s sound music. He always has like the 80s synths and whatnot. But I do like this new thing that artists are doing of making old music. Because even though I don't listen to him because he canceled, but Tory Lanez, his album was kind of like an 80s vibe. Obviously with Silk Sonic, that was 70s. Like I fuck with the new artists making.
We're just old heads now.
I guess so.
Well, is it good? Because from Weeknd fans, they say it's good, but everybody that's like whatever Weeknd fans, they're like, it's mid.
I'm not a Weeknd fan, and I like it.
You like? I haven't heard it.
From
I was
what
skeptical.
I've heard, I'm not a Weeknd fan, but I like it. From what I've heard,
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it on my own, like
Somebody else dropped too.
Well, Gunna just dropped.
Gunna, yeah.
His was whatever though. Like Gunna's whatever to me. Like I fuck with him here and there, but overall, as an album, like I tell you all the time, Phil. You know, I like a cohesive album, an album that tells a story, even if it may not have skits in it. But I like that like storytelling. That's why I like Kendrick, so on and so forth. And this is just kind of like all over the place. I'm not that I was expecting that from Gunna, but
You should listen to Magic. I think this is one.
I can't.
Just
listen to
try
Nas.
it.
I've tried. I've forced myself. If I don't like Illmatic, I'm not gonna like anything else. If that's supposed to be
That's
Nas's,
not true.
If that's supposed to be Nas's best album,
it's debatable.
I don't
Because I think it was written as just as good, if not better than it's Illmatic. But
Okay,
I
but
just give it a try.
I tried listening to King's Disease 2, and I did not like that.
Magic is different. Try Magic. Try it for your boy. Just get through just listen to Speechless and see if you like Speechless, because that's a very good opening track. And like, you know what I'm saying? Just give Speechless a try, because the beat selection is newer, but it has it's like Hit Boy sound, but it's tapped into like 90s era.
Yeah, and I like Hit Boy.
Yeah, so just try it out. Just try it. Speechless.
Anything you've been listening to?
Nothing new.
Daft Punk.
Why'd you say Daft Punk?
I don't know.
No.
I feel like I don't know.
I don't even know. Is it Get Lucky?
Yeah.
That's the only song I know of it. But yeah, I'm just listening to my normal music. I've been actually a little into Willow Smith lately.
Okay.
Yeah, I like her stuff.
I was about to sing her song, but I can't remember it at all. The one that's all over TikTok.
Well, there's two. There's Wait a Minute.
No, not
and
that.
then there's
It's most likely the other one.
Meet Me at Our Spot.
I don't know. But anyways, we can move on. So this is probably where you tap out. I didn't put too much sports, so don't worry. But we'll start off with South Florida's own, Tampa Bay's own, AB. Walked off on the team. Conflicting reports on what exactly happened. I think he might be telling the truth. Hopefully he's telling the truth. But for those that don't know, they were playing the Jets this past Sunday. Playoffs is right around the corner. At the time, the Bucks had already clinched the playoffs. But apparently, so before any of the after reports came out, you just see videos of AB yelling on the sideline, players trying to calm him down. Mike Evans was trying to calm him down, and you just see AB take off his equipment and then fucking dancing and jumping jack out the stadium.
He was trying to get them to get hyped.
Yeah, hyping up the crowd or whatever, and then storms off the field. Then after the game, it comes out like a bunch of different reports that they wanted him to go into the game and he didn't want to. he was telling the coaches that he didn't feel healthy enough, so on and so forth. Some people were saying that the team was trying to freeze him because he had bonuses upcoming for if he would have got X amount of receptions, X amount of yards, touchdowns, which would have equated to $1 million, $333,000 each. So nobody really knows what the truth is, but
I don't get that, because if they're, how are they going to try to ice him if they wanted him in the game?
So this report, or this theory, is they didn't want to put him into the game so he wouldn't reach these milestones.
Yeah, because his contract is incentive.
But he said he didn't want to play anyways.
So that it's two different.
So that's why
it's two different things. One is he wanted to play, and the team wasn't trying to have him play so he wouldn't reach these milestones and get the bonus. His report is the coach told him if he didn't go into the game, he was done. Because AB had been out for a couple of weeks, one, some COVID stuff, and then two, some injury stuff. And the coach was saying, yeah, you need to go into the game. AB told him, I do not feel healthy enough. My ankle is still bothering me. But...
Well, then he has a point. Only he knows his body.
But
yeah,
I mean,
it's murky because he doesn't have a good track record.
He doesn't.
And so...
Well, the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. I think this may be the end of his career. I don't see how he comes out on top of the situation.
Who would want to work with him after that?
That's my point.
Like, you're going to throw a tantrum and...
Exactly. And it's starting to look like he was getting mad because he didn't get the touches and he wasn't going to reach his marks. I don't know. It's just that with his track record, don't look good, and he's probably ruining his chances to ever play on another NFL team.
But then he just recently went on a podcast maybe like 2 days ago, or at least that's when it came out. He's sitting there with the people from the podcast asking, who on the team is that nigga? Like, who is really that dude? Like, AB, I love you because you're from South Florida. I'm always going to cheer for you. But Chris Godwin is a better receiver right now.
Yep.
Mike Evans is a better receiver right now. Like, come on, AB. Like, you the third guy on the team. You're still a baller. I think you could still produce.
And you help him win the Super Bowl. And again, I think that's where you get the tripping at, because he's acting like the number one guy. He's not a number one guy anymore.
Yeah.
And that's kind of his fault, too.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Hey, enough about them niggas. Talk about what's really important.
So, y'all got smacked last night.
That don't matter. That don't matter.
So, I'm not trying to make fun of you for that. Y'all did get smacked. Lindsay probably gave you shit if she hasn't already.
Not yet. Because that again, no matter. They played our second string. We didn't play. We played our starters for one series.
So do y'all still have a chance for y'all 9-8?
Yeah, we 9-8.
Do y'all still have a chance
to what?
To make the playoffs?
We clinched last week.
Oh,
Win or loss.
Okay.
That's why I said get to the good stuff.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Y'all heard it here first. Granted, I did renege when we was cheeks. I will put that in there. When we was 2-5, I was like, I don't know if we still gonna make it. But prior to the season
when
starting,
y'all wasn't trying to run the ball. Y'all was pass heavy.
And now what was I saying? We was pass heavy.
We need to run the ball.
Fucking ball, bro.
Yeah.
But I said before the season started, when they had the Eagles winning 4 games, I'm like, don't be surprised if we first or second in the division and we go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now we second in the division. We go into the playoffs, and we're gonna get overlooked, which is what I like.
Yeah.
I want teams to underestimate us because I think Jalen is a gamer.
Yeah. So honestly, and I'm not trying to move the goalposts or anything like that. I honestly don't remember what everyone on the pod said. Initially, your thing was what were the Eagles going to be through the first 6 games? That I know I clowned you about, and I was like,
I said we're going to be 6 and I said we're going to be 4-2.
Then I know you said don't be surprised if we're first or second. I do recall disagreeing with you on that because I thought for sure the Redskins, the Washington football team,
and I said they were going to be buns.
Yeah, and the Cowboys would have a better record. The Cowboys, of course, they exceeded my expectations.
They barely have a better record.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to be as good as what they've been. And then Washington football team,
buns.
Yeah, do you know what their record was?
I think they only got 4 or 5 wins.
Okay, Cowboys, I think everybody knew was going to be trash. So
I mean, you mean Cowboys? Everybody knew was going to be good.
Sorry, the Giants. The Giants, everybody knew was going to be trash. So I will give you an apology for first. I didn't think y'all would be first for sure. Second, I was like, okay, it might be up in the air. Again, I'll have to go back and look at what I said, but I'll give you the apology. Shout out to y'all for making the playoffs.
You predicted the division. They was like, we gonna win 4 games. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? We got Jalen Hurts and we returning a lot of starters. We straight. We still got our leaders on the team, which is our offense and defensive line.
Yeah.
And we have a shutdown corner. Now, we make the playoffs. If we run the ball and our defense plays a little bit more aggressively, I think we can make a serious run. This sounds crazy, but I think we can make it as far as the Super Bowl. I personally think that.
This is where I strongly disagree.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think we make it to the second round. I think we win the first round game, yeah. But I think we can make it to the Super Bowl. But that's just me. But we got 3 first-round picks. We need to all on defense in the first round.
Yeah.
Linebacker, safety, edge.
Yeah.
And then trade in the offseason because we got hella cap space to get it.
Are any of those first-round picks high first-round picks?
They were all supposed to be high, and then then the Dolphins start winning, the Colts start winning. So now they're on the 20s. But even still,
shout out Dolphins. That's my new team.
Dolphins won 7 straight. I was pissed. They were gonna because we got their picks. So we're gonna at one point in the season we had 3 top 10 picks.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna be at 3 picks in the 20th.
Well, playoffs this NFL season has been extremely entertaining. I, for one, am a fan of the 18 games season, 1 less preseason and then 1 extra regular season. And then I am also a fan, which was a change last year, I think, of top 2 teams on the NFC and AFC. Top team in the NFC, top team in the AFC. They'll get that first round bye, and then everyone else will be kind of wild card or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited though, man. It's the playoffs. Anything's possible. We got what helps us in the NFC is we probably got the most veteran leadership for the playoffs, minus Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro.
Well, in terms
Bay,
of
y'all definitely
no. In terms of playoff experience, we probably have more people that have been to the playoffs and the Super Bowl on our team than other teams. Tampa Bay, because they really only got, minus last year, 1 year, they got who? Tom and Gronk.
Yeah.
We got Kelsey, Fletch, McLeod, Lane Johnson still there from the Super Bowl year. We returned a lot of people from the Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of experience is my point. Minus coaching, which is big, but we'll see. Man. I'm excited.
Can't I remember who represented the NFC 2 years ago against the Chiefs? Who was it?
Against the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Wasn't Green Bay?
Was it?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Mahomes beat? Wasn't Tom Brady, no?
No.
Huh.
Because Tom won it his first year, which was last year.
Damn.
I'll just look it up, even though facts don't matter on
Arizona?
No, because that's AFC. Isn't Arizona AFC?
No, Arizona NFC.
But it definitely wasn't Arizona.
Seahawks.
Nah, I don't think so.
The Lions.
Never the Lions.
Hey, that's my second team.
Never the
that's
Lions.
my first OG team.
It was the 49ers.
49ers,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That was
How
close.
the mighty have fallen.
Yep. Well, they still got a chance to clinch.
Yeah, but
So.
they're definitely not the Niners that they were that year.
Nope.
But that's all I got. You got anything else sports-wise you want to talk? Shout out the Canes. Bro, Coach Larinaga, which is the head coach of the Canes basketball team, I don't know what film breakdown he does or how he has Coach K's number, but he has, I don't know if now he has the best record against him for the past 10 years. He's 7-7 against him, but every time Duke is ranked high, Canes always find a way to upset Duke.
Out. Yeah.
So shout out the Canes. But you got anything else sports wise you want to talk about?
Yeah. Shout out what LeBron doing at his age. Niggas balling, and we gotta appreciate greatness.
And he's balding.
But he's balling. This man is 37, and he's averaging 30 points.
Anyways, it's been another episode. Glad to be back. Glad we were able to record today, even though it was just 2 of the OG members plus the manager. Thank you for being on, Tatiana.
Always appreciate it.
You're
It was a good episode. Hopefully next week we have AJ back. shout out everybody that's been rocking with us. Even though we didn't upload the last 2 weeks, shout out everybody that's been rocking with us since we initially started the podcast.
The day oneers.
Yeah,
They still been in the comments slandering me. I'm coming for you niggas this year though. New energy filled, just know it.
Yeah. Hopefully 2022 got bigger and better things for Save It for the Pod and all the sifties. That's what I'm calling y'all from now on.
I like that, the sifties.
Yeah.
That's cute.
But yeah, it's been another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 53. Phil, hit the drop.
One quick thing. Any famous 53s?
I
can't think of any off the
famous. I can't think of. I can think of. Actually.
I can't think of any off the top.
Nah, I can't think of any.
Well, that's
either.
it, y'all. Peace.
Peace.